on we go. Well, welcome back everybody, and welcome to my 1965 Ford Econoline van. And I've had this vehicle, or it's been in the family since I was 8 years old. And I think it was technically mine since I was 12 years old. And that was just because I was whining at Dad and he was done with it. And I was like, I want it. So I was allowed to drive it around and play with it as a kid. It became officially mine probably when I was 17 or 18, and I don't remember if I bought it. I might have. But the point is, he doesn't want it. I love it. There's actually a Falcon parts van that we have back at the other house, but it's way more beat than this. This is pretty beat too, but story is it's a Bell telephone van. It's actually called a display window model. So we have full windows down that side, which you'll see in a second. No windows on this side, which is apparently kind of rare. They used to haul around giant spools of telephone cable and go do service calls with these things. Bell bought a bunch of Econolines back in the day, and this was one of them. So this is going to be a will it start video. It's a beautiful fall afternoon. The foliage outside is gorgeous. It's about 60 degrees, and I had a little time to kill, so I figured I'd come up here and see if this old girl can chug over and come back to life. Last time it ran, I don't know, 2014 maybe? 15? Not really sure. But good while. It's 2022 now. Oh yeah, this is broken. But I knew about that. Anyway, this side works. Let's get a tour going. Alright, so touring the 65 Econoline. This thing is just too cool for school. And I've known that since I was just a little kid. So many people hate it. I love it. But anyway, a couple of things. This dent and scratches that go along with it, well, those weren't there when I put it here. So I don't know what that's all about. This rust behind this aluminum tape. Ooh, yeah. That was there when I put it away. I have that grill somewhere. I have two more of these, even though they're not bad. Yeah. I have lots of stuff for it. Last legally inspected in 1998. And last driven on the road, I think, with a real plate in 2013 is what I remember. And that's when the battery exploded under my seat. Yeah. This thing's had a harsh life with me as a child playing with it. It had a harsh life before that with a gentleman who, well, let's just say he wasn't particularly interested in cosmetics. This is Bell Telephone Green. And then that. Those three colors are various types of naval paint. Not to say that anybody ever stole from the government, but he worked at a place here in New Hampshire, you guys will figure it out, where they had lots of submarines, and he was a painter. Well, some paint came home with him, and any little time that there was a speck of surface rust or anything, he would just glob that paint on there, and this is the look we got. So at one point it was brush painted 4 colors, I should say. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's 4 submarine paints plus the original Bell Telephone Green. It was originally brush painted. That all started to peel, and as it peeled and he got rust, he just kept globbing it on everywhere. So I don't know if it's a good look, but it's a look. Looks like I left this window down, or maybe I didn't. I don't know. Maybe somebody was playing in it. Ugh. Yeah, I painted that door piece. I remember that. Ooh, and I painted the gauge thing. Wow. Skilled teenager, or preteen. There's the doghouse back there. It's got 2 seats in it. The roof has collapsed 1 or 2 times. You see a bend right there, but I've pushed it back up. That's why she's inside. It doesn't like the snow. As you can see, no windows down that side. Got some sweet Unilug mags. I don't know. Firestone something or others, which were already totally junk and worn out when I bought them back in 2012. So yeah. Anyway, let's go inside. Okay. Love these doors. Oh yeah. Hey. Brake shoes. I don't remember those. Looks like I was creating myself a little parts list in here. Oh yeah. Whew. What do we got? That's a rear corner panel, because that's all rusted out. And that's I think where the fuel filler goes, if I remember correctly, in that piece. These shoes, I believe, are for this vehicle. This was a clutch linkage, the Z-bar they call these. It wore out. These balls and said bushings, which are no longer there, on a 1965, they were plastic. There's a plastic one there, nylon, you can see it. And they all wore out. See how not round that is? Yeah. Thick side, top left, thin side, bottom right. Anyway, the 61 Falcon, these were copper. So that's already been fixed. I remember that. That was a whole thing. Got a starter solenoid, got some reflectors. Ooh. Yeah, that was a dream to go on the dash, I remember. Brake kits, bearings, dome light, roof vent. I don't remember taking that off of there. There's the hole for it. Hey, maybe I can use that in the bus and return the one I just bought. I don't know. There's some rust here and there. I mean, the floor is good. Even this. This is the worst of the floor hole. The unibody is good. The body has lots and lots of rust in many weird places. So these Econolines were rear drive, front engine vans, flat nose. There's your wheel wells. Ton of fun to drive. They're just endless smiles. So satisfying. This one's got a 240 cubic inch Ford 6-cylinder, probably one of the best engines they ever made. Everybody's heard of the fabled 306. This was its predecessor. And before this, there was the 200 and the 170. Just phenomenal engines. It used to run really good. Rebuilt the carb about 10 times because you can kind of see the darkness in there, but this thing just clogs fuel filters like no tomorrow. The tank is full of rust. And there's not much else to see. Let's go around to the driver's compartment. Well, actually, I'm going to go in here through the passenger side. So this seat was good. That seat's not good, and it's gotten worse. I can see the mouse. That wasn't there before. So there's mouse stuff happening. Oh yeah, you can see all their yummy remnants. Anyway. This thing was set up for road tripping. So down here he had a CB, he had a radio. There's a tube somewhere. See that hole right there? Well, there was a tube for certain human needs in that hole. You know. And another thing that's nice about the 65, this had an integral heating box built in, where the 61 had a big thing bolted on the floor there. So this is a little more modern. I do believe, though, if I remember correctly, the heater core has begun to leak rather badly. So those pipes are going to have to be disconnected at some point. The wiper motor works fine, but the linkage is bad, as you guys saw. But there's your heat control, just 3 simple knobs, which was much nicer than having that big box down here like the 61. Oil pressure gauge, I don't remember it ever working. I don't think it's even hooked up. Speedometer worked. Some of the gauges worked, I don't know. It's got the old 3-speed manual. Column shift, very worn out, likes to get stuck in second. You gotta get out of the vehicle, turn it off, wiggle, 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 down below, underneath, good as new. The master cylinder was new, maybe 2010. I'm sure it doesn't work now. We'll find out. Probably not. And, yeah. When the battery blew up. Well, the battery is right under that seat there. Voltage regulator failed. I didn't know. Cruising along, poof, and this whole thing was full of acid. Man, oh man, did that burn. But we fixed it. There's the new regulator right there, and the harness below it was all failed and frayed. That's been put back together, but I think I still need to do some liquid electrical tape if I remember. Look at that. Reminiscence of childhood. See it? Those are airsoft BBs. Tell me you're a 90s baby without telling me you're a 90s baby. Alright, so anyway, this filter does not look clogged solid, but if I remember correctly, the fuel pump is bad in this. I have a new one. It still pumps, but I know for a fact I'm going to have to prime it. We ran the double fuel filter, knowing how bad. I didn't want to get the carb all gummed up again. But anyway, we're going to have to take this line off here, and we're going to have to prime fuel down to that mechanical pump, or it's just never going to pick up any. I know that for sure. Hopefully, sitting here, this engine hasn't gotten sad. Geez, I don't even know where the dipstick is. I don't remember. Eee, where is it? You see it? I don't see anything. Huh. Maybe I can get it from the driver's side. Anyway, I'm going to set up some lights. I'm going to set you guys up on a tripod and get a battery in here and get to playing around. On we go. Messy. Just a messy, messy place. Maybe we're messy people. I don't know. What is this? Hey, it's an RV kit. It's your dump kit. I might actually, I might want to bring this north. In a couple of weekends here, we're going to go close up the camper. Okay, let's get this out of the way. Dad's new CB radio box for his bus. Glad to see that was kept for no apparent reason. Okay. A gate. A random... I don't remember where this gate's from. There we go. That's out of our way. So our front driver's side tire is pretty sad. Very, very sad. Very dry, rotted, and flat. Rear has air in it. Rear passenger side has no air in it. Front has air in it. So we got two down. Let's see if they're going to take some. I doubt it. Alright. You think we're going to leak? Look at that. Yeesh. She's done for. Oh, there goes nothing. Uppy, 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 uppy. Won't know if it's leaking until I get this leaky hose out of here, but we're gonna find out. Alright, that's enough. Save some for the back. Oh yeah, it's just as bad. Clumpy. Look at that. Like what's going on there? Huh. Uh-oh. This one seems less excited to participate. Uh-oh. What's gone wrong? I think it's the chuck. The chuck isn't wanting to activate this stupid little collar on here. See that little collar? How come the other one worked? Well, we're gonna have to hold off for a second on that one. All right then. Oops. Let's get my battery going. Ah. Here we go. Well, I'll tell you what. I don't remember, but it looks to me like black is positive and red is negative. Where'd that red wire going? Where are you? Incorrect. Red is indeed positive. Okay. Looks like we got a kill switch right here. Good. I remember why. This thing had some sort of draw. The previous owner put that kill switch in, and I don't think I ever figured out what the draw was. I don't remember doing that. Okay. Choke still moves, that's good. Take this baby air cleaner off. Yeah, a little rusty. How's it? Annoying, but the throttle still moves. And did we ever find that dipstick? There it is. Ooh. Yeah. It's low. It's got oil. I don't know why it's that low. I don't remember it ever burning oil. Maybe it just leaked it. Whew. Alright, well, should probably put a little bit of oil in it. What about this fuel filter? Oh yeah, I left the line off. Hee hee. Because I knew we're going to be priming this line. So I think all I'm going to do for that is get my handy dandy water bottle with a hole cut in the top of the cap, squeeze that line full, and jam her back on there. Then we'll fill the float bowl here, doing the same thing. We'll start it right up and turn it right off since we're in this barn. Make sure that we'll be able to pull it out of here before we get it good and hot. Okay, let's get that fuel going. Yes. Alright, got my fuel bottle here. Got my glovies. This always makes a mess. Years ago, I used to have a tiny funnel, and I don't know where it went. It's gone. I don't know why. Eee. It's going right down the old hole. See that there? Yeah. I'm gonna be quiet now so I don't dump it all over myself. Hopefully I'll hear it fill right up. Oh, air bubbles. Yep, it's almost to the top. Oh, maybe it's not. Maybe it's just running right through the diaphragm. I have a new fuel pump somewhere. I just don't know where. Can't remember. That's taking a lot of fuel. Too much, actually. I think it's going right back into the line on the other side of the pump. But I'm going to say that's good. It means we got the diaphragm wet. Good enough, at least for now. Should I tighten the clamp? I don't know. Why not? Hey. Screwdriver's too big. Okay, let's try and fill that carburetor. Right down the vent. not to spill too much. Okay. So, I'm going to hop in the old driver's seat. The key's in it. That's good. We have keys. Okay. And close this. Here I am. Oof, that's a lot of mouse poop to sit on. But that's part of the game. Neutral. Alright. Can you guys see the engine? Yes, you can. Or do you want to see me? What's more interesting? I don't know. Hold on. Okay. So, oh, that's a lot of poop on my butt. It's a weird one. Key on, key off, no noise. Put the kill switch on. Yep. I got sounds. They're not necessarily good ones. Oh! It's a turn signal! Oh, I gotta show you that. I mean, come on. Can't believe the turn signal's working. Here we go. Let me get the other camera. Signs of life. Heck yes. I can't believe it. It works. Oh, and it even works back there. Oh, that's great. All right, let's see if it starts. All right, turn signal off. Yes. No other weird noises that are electrical. We're gonna go with choke, which is back here. Uh-oh. There we go, that's mostly closed. Maybe give her a couple little pumps. Oh, that noise. Neutral. Hey, spins like butter. All right, now's your time to take bets. Is it gonna fire? I don't remember if it's points or if we switched it over to electronic. Pretty sure it's points, but I don't think I've ever had to touch them, so. But it's been a long time. Uh-oh. I feel like we probably don't have spark, which is disappointing. Let's hang one of these lines off and try not to get zapped, but it's probably going to happen. Ready? Tell you right now, there's no spark. And that is a bummer. I don't have a points file with me. I may have some sandpaper. Let's get this cap off and get to sanding. Fingers crossed. I'm gonna turn the ignition back on. See if I got any action down at these points when I open and close them. Yeah. I got sparkage. So let's just sand them a little bit and we'll probably get spark back in no time. All right, points are sanded. Quick and easy. Let's throw this cap back on and see if we achieved anything. If it wants to go on. Why doesn't it want to go on? What's going on there, bud? There you go. Clippity 1. And where's Clippity 2? Clippity 2. Alright. Does this have anything in it? Look at this old starting fluid. Johnson's. $2.99. What is that now? $6 for this stuff nowadays? Nothing. Nothing. Oh, let's put a little bit of gas down the old carburetor. Alright. Ready, steady, fire. I love that. Well, I'll be so happy. Ready? Well, it ran off the bowl, but there's no fuel coming through the filter. Oh, it stinks. Woo! All right. Put a little more down that vent. All right. See if we can pick up some fuel from the pump. I'm not seeing anything. I'm not sure if we're gonna win. It might just take a while. Let's refill our bottle, refill the float bowl, and try again. Delicate operation, yes. I see some seepage. The base gasket is seeping. That's never ideal. You don't want air leaks down there. But anyway, let's see. Oh yeah, it's going all over the place. Yuck. Ready? Let's try again, huh? Neutral and go. I don't know. I can't tell. I can't tell if there's something coming up out of the fuel pump or not. I don't know. Certainly seems like it. Uh-oh, did it just run dry? Yeah. Okay, so that was just the float bowl. So we were correct in assuming that nothing was coming up from the tank, which is a bummer. I would not recommend doing this if I was you. It's disgusting. Get ready. That's interesting. I don't hear any bubble. It's going through. I don't hear a single bubble. It almost sounds like it's out of gas. That's strange. Maybe we should go take a look at the tank. See if it all dripped out on the floor. Okay. All right, I've investigated the fuel tank and I've determined I don't see anything dripping. I've also determined I can't access the fuel door because there's a bunch of crap back there. So the next step is going to be to tow this old thing forward. I don't know if I'm going to go out of the barn yet. I feel like I'm not. Maybe. I don't know. We're going to tow it forward so I can get access to the fuel door, put some fuel in the tank, and then we'll try again. Yeah. didn't actually bring anything with me to tow, but I have this emergency strap in the trunk of the Jeep here. It's ridiculously long. Don't do this, ever, but I'm going to leave the zip tie on and go slow. We're on flat ground. Yeah, there's nobody around. Don't do it. Don't do what I do. Aha! Well, might as well just keep going then, dummy. All right. Okay. Paint's coming off. Yep. Woo! It smells gnarly. Can I reach the tank? No, I kind of wanted to bang on it. Hello. Sounds pretty echoey. I brought a gallon. Oh, tin tape for the win. I brought a gallon, but maybe there's some more floating around here. I found some. Yeah, let's listen. I can't tell. Anyway, that should be enough to at least get the pickup back under a fuel level. So let's go try again. All right, let's see if it sounds any different. It sounds exactly the same. It just doesn't sound like bubbles, which makes no sense. Anyway, let's bleed this guy again. Get some fuel down in there. And then, once we got some fuel in here, we'll try it again. Clamped away. On. And let's go. Ooh. Picking anything up from the tank. No, I really don't think it is. We got good oil flowage. I can hear that. Okay, what's going on? Ooh. I think I already smelled coolant. I remember this radiator being drippy. Yeah. I'm kind of feeling like this fuel pump is not gonna pump. Either that or there truly still isn't enough fuel in the tank, which also doesn't make sense. Alright, I put a little bit more fuel in. Let's try again. I don't think so. This fuel pump might have finally given up the ghost. You know, what is concerning is that I haven't been able to fill this line to the point where the fuel is coming back out at me, which again just shows how the diaphragm is torn, and it's probably not going to pump. On. Let's begin. Dry as a bone. Alrighty, folks. This fuel pump is officially donezo. That stinks. But hey, it ran. Ran good. Ran really good. I'm going to put the I'm going to put the air filter back on, and I'm going to go find that fuel pump. If I can find it today, I will install it today. If I can't find it today, I'll install it a different day. But anyway, on we go. You know what I forgot to do is check the brakes. So I'm going to push the pedal and see if I have anything. I guarantee you, I'm 99% sure I don't. We should probably take bets on it. But I bet that pedal's going to go straight to the floor. You know what? I'm not even going to push it with my foot. I'm so sure. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's not doing anything. So, let's, oh dear. Look at the rust. It's just tetanus waiting to happen. You know what that cap says, though? Made in USA. Is that why it's stuck? Or does that just make it good quality? It's plastic, so I don't want to hit it with a screwdriver. Let me see about finding some big pliers or something. I have vice grips. I have a 1/2-inch drive, which I could put on that and whack with this head hammer. So first, we're going to try the vice grips. But I think they'll do the least damage. And I think, yeah, we'll try like that. And then twisting. Oh, that's not moving. Okay. So now we will try the hammer and give her a little. Uh-oh. I don't know if this is coming off of here. It certainly doesn't seem that way. Maybe I need a second vice grips. Do I have a second vice grips? Well, I found a pathetic little vice grips. It's quite small. We'll try it. 2 vice grips. That's better than none. Oh, what an awkward thing. So this was commonplace back in the day. This is not because this is a cab over. For those of you that don't know, it used to be normal up until probably the mid-60s, really, when this was built, for the master cylinder to be directly connected to the pedal with a rod, which meant the master cylinder was very close to the pedal, which meant it was under the floor, including trucks, cars, all sorts of stuff. And it is a pain because there's always something in your way when you're trying to refill it. Oh, that's not coming off. No way. No stinking way is that gonna move. So now we resort to brutality because it's plastic and it's gonna break for sure. So we're just gonna put a notch in it and not care. And if we have to find a new cap, we'll have to find a new cap. All right, well, it's off. It's ruined, but it's off. You can see the rust. Plastic threads. The good news is actually, though, despite this being empty, that looks nice. Like, I am not disappointed at all about the way the inside of that master looks. So, the question is, did the brake fluid all spill out of the master? Or did it all spill out of a wheel cylinder? And based on how nice this looks, I can't really see the back, but I'm betting it all went out of a wheel cylinder. So, let's put some fluid in here, slowly pump, and see if we get even the tiniest bit of pedal back. All right, it's full. Let's see. Oh, there was a bubble there. If I get anything. Oh, wow. So that indicates to me that and it's bleeding, it's going somewhere with the pedal held down. That indicates to me that the plunger inside the master is probably still good. So we'll bring it back up. Oh yeah, it's taking fluid. Let's see if it'll build. Oh wow. Even the slightest bit of pressure. There has been occasions in my life where just pumping the master, you can get these things to come back because there's still fluid in the lines. It's not common, but it's happened. So I'm gonna pump for a while and I'll let you guys know what I come up with. All right, well, I pumped and I got a whole lot of nothing. The good news is the master's actually really, really easy to get to if I do need to replace it. That's it right there. We're looking at it from the missing grill. So super, super easy to get to. And if it's bad, we should be able to pull this back. Oh yeah, there's leakage. And that should be junk. So the question is, do we get a rebuild kit or do we try and find a whole master? Ideally, I think a whole master would be good, but I'm not too confident that's gonna happen. While we're in here, I'll tell you about this. This is how your 3-speed on the column works. It's pretty cool, but you see that play? That's not supposed to be there. So this whole setup gets jammed pretty often. It's completely worn out. There's a grease fitting right there. It hasn't seen grease in a long, long time, and it was like that long before I got it. Would putting grease on there help it? I don't know, maybe. But it needs a rebuild. So I'm gonna have to figure out if that's rebuildable and where I can get those bushings. But that's how those work. So when you pull up and down on the shifter, that slides in and out and engages the different arms. And then when you go forward backward on the shifter, these go forward and backward. So it's no different than a 3-speed on the floor. It's just laid on its side and the linkages work a little differently. You can also hear the linkage back at the tranny is worn out as well. So she needs some love. This band's been around a while. Okay, let's peel back that master real quick, figure out how crusty it looks and if we're gonna order a new one. Well, it's not good. That's for sure. So, is the diaphragm in there okay? Probably not. Would it bleed if we cracked the lines? Maybe. Are the lines crackable? Probably not. Now this Master is not that old. Yeah, it is. I'm thinking we put it in this van when I was 10, so that makes it 22 years old. Wow, okay, well, there you go. Maybe that's as long as ancient old master cylinders last. So there's actually a, yeah, look at that. There's a, oh no, that's just a grease fitting for the pedal itself. Okay. I thought that might have been like a bench bleeder. It's not. The thing is, new fluid is not pouring out of here. So I'm kind of thinking it might bleed if we crack these lines and, you know, crack the wheel cylinders. But will the wheel cylinders crack? That's a whole nother story. So here's the plan. I think a couple things need to happen. One, I gotta find the fuel pump. Two, I gotta have either a rebuild kit available for the master cylinder or a whole new master cylinder available. And three, I will put those in the van. So, what do we do today? We go look for parts. Catch you guys in a little bit when we're back and working again. On we go. All right, so I'm back, and actually I couldn't find, I'm not really sure where it is, but I couldn't find the fuel pump I bought for the Econoline, but you know what I did find was that. And this fuel pump was a spare that I bought when I thought the pump might have gone bad in the K-truck. So it's an old clickety-clackety push-pull. This is actually spec fit for a Polaris, Razor, or Ranger, or whatever. And it is way less expensive to buy this than it is to buy one from an auto parts store or whatever. I think this was $14 on Amazon, something like that. The connections are just 1/4-inch spades. So I got my little box of tricks here, which should have everything I need. I got wire, I got clamps, I got spade connectors, I have ring connectors so I can find power. So we're gonna go wire up this electric pump and see if she'll run. On we go. All right, so the clickety-clackety is hooked up to the fuel feed. This is the line out. I got my positive going to this side of the starter solenoid. There it is. Sorry you were out of focus. And I got my negative going to this side of the shutoff switch. So we should pretty quickly hear fuel come out of there. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, it's gonna pick fuel up. I don't wanna make a mess, so I'm just gonna, well, you know what, here. And I know this is unfiltered fuel, so you're probably gonna be mad at me for putting it down here, but I'm not gonna put it in the internals of the carburetor. I'm just gonna put it straight down the throat, so it's not gonna cause trouble, per se. All right, so there we go. Let's see what sort of flow we get. Oh yeah, it is nasty, but it's fuel. There's rust chunks and all sorts of stuff. You can see the rust chunks, but we'll get it filtered out and hooked up to that filter, and then we should be able to test it, make sure the needle holds in the carb. I don't know if this thing has an automatic shutoff. I'm not sure. We're gonna find out. This pump, it might just run and run and run. It might turn off when it builds pressure. I'm not sure. But then, you know, even though the brakes are messed up, if we got fuel, I'm gonna pull this thing out. All right, it's hooked up. Let's see if it leaks. It's filling up the carburetor. leaking out of the filter somewhere. And I don't think this turns off. I think it just runs. Am I leaking out of this side? I think so. Could just be the filter. It's one of those really awful low quality filters, but let's see if I can that wasn't very tight, so that could have been the problem right there. Try again. I don't think it's leaking out of the carb. Ooh, it got worse. Where's it coming from? I'd say that's this side, huh? I think maybe we're gonna have to cut it back. I do. All right, all I did was trim that back. I'm not sure if that clamp's positioned correctly. I kind of feel like it's not, but let's just watch. I think we're leak free. And it sounds like, based on the clicking, this just has a bypass in there. So it never turns off. It just allows the fuel to kind of bump around and open a bypass spring inside the diaphragm. Some of them turn off. This one I don't think does. All right. I just want to give a quick tighten right here because this, there we go, was not tight. All right, I'm gonna hop in the driver's seat and fire this up. All right. Did any more brake stuff happen? Nah, nothing. That's gonna require either some new master cylinder stuff or some bleeding. But, all right. Well, that's how confident I am. I'm gonna close the door. I don't know what this stick is. Maybe it was my doghouse stick to hold the engine cover up. I'm not sure. Fuel pump's on. And let's crank. Like I said, I've had it since I was a kid, so, you know. But check it out. Oh, I forgot to put the fuel cap on. It's got an exhaust leak that wasn't there when I parked it. That's annoying. I always like this 6-cylinder sound. Check out that leak. The muffler itself let go. Hey, there we go. I I don't remember what I said. 2013, I was wrong. 2011, she was on the road. Jags. Oh, there's the cap. See how smooth it runs? Didn't even fall off. Ah, perfect. Well, I think we're gonna have to go for a ride. For a spin. Perfect. The accelerator pump's working. Well, it works, sort of. The voltage regulator that I fixed, at least I thought I did, the electronics, like the blinkers and the wiper, are not working when it's running, but they do work when it's not running and the key's on. So that makes me think I did something wrong with the voltage regulator. Maybe, I mean, the wires were broken and the regulator was bad. So even after I corrected the wires, it was still overcharging. So then I put a new regulator in it. So anyway, I don't know, but who cares? It works. It's amazing. And I love this thing. It's so fun. So next steps are going to be to figure out the brakes, and then from there on, we'll maybe get her back on the road. Anyway, I'm going to go play around a little more. Thanks for watching Highlandshire. We'll catch you next time.